So previously, we took a look and ranked some furry movies, and it was a lot of fun. And it seems that all of you really enjoyed watching us rank some random furry movies. So, we thought, why not rate some furry cartoons instead? Hello, I'm Shadow Raccoon.
And I'm Theodore Rabbit.
And I'm Camera Bird Regdeh.
And today, we're going to rate some furry cartoons. So, like in the previous video, and for those of you who maybe this is the first time you're seeing this video, what we did is we very kindly asked our friend Truck the Bear to give us a list of random furry cartoons. So I thought, Toon Bear, he's going to know the best cartoons. So he's given me a list of completely random ones. Some of them are good, some of them are bad, and I've got a list here, and we're just going to literally rate them for good. Now, you might not agree with some of our choices. You might think that the cartoons we absolutely hate are the best things ever, and this is just a personal thing, so don't take it too personal. So, are you ready for our first cartoon?
Alright, let's go for it.
Excellent. The first one I've got is, that's interesting, Bojack Horseman.
Okay.
I love Bojack Horseman.
Starting with a nice, happy one.
Oh dear,
Start
yes.
off with.
Bojack Horseman is heavy. It is
It's got a rabbit in it.
It's got a raccoon as well. The rabbit in the lift is adorable.
Yeah, it's adorable.
There's plenty of birds in it.
Okay. Again, I've not actually seen this
Yeah,
one
you've
yet.
not seen Bojack,
No,
have you?
I have.
I've watched most of it. I need to go back to seeing it. The reason I stopped watching it is it's very heavy.
It's heavy.
And what with 2020 being what it's been,
there.
and I won't lie, for a cartoon to be able to connect with me on all those levels and stay furry, and have a really adorable raccoon in a dumpster.
That is very
There
good,
is a
isn't it?
raccoon going through a dumpster.
Yeah.
It's like the first couple of episodes. It's great. It's a really good way of introducing yourself. I have to put BoJack Horseman up quite high.
So
I'm sorry.
where-
I'm going to start it off. I'm going to say A.
You're gonna say A.
How would you feel with A?
Even though I haven't seen it, I've heard so many good things about it, and the fact that it's had a continuously improving
Yeah.
each time season thing, I'm like, okay, I can.
It's one of those
I can
ones
go
where
for it.
the
Yeah, I
quality
can
didn't
accept
really
that.
dip. I mean, I know you weren't such a.
My only problem with it is it's kind of it looks like it's got that slight Beavis and Butthead look to it.
That's just the art
The-
style.
I
I
see
wouldn't
what you
say.
mean.
It's kind of puts me off a little bit, so I would say B. Myself personally, I'd say B.
I'm gonna really argue for an A here. If we leave it at A, and if there's something that's better comes along and takes it off,
All right then.
yeah.
Just put it in between and call it ab.
Ab
Put it
fab.
in the abs.
Well, the next one I've got here is Darkwing Duck.
Oh no.
Oh,
A.
well.
A.
Darkwing Duck is a good.
I love
wonder
Darkwing
why
Duck.
This one was chosen.
We can put an S
Yeah, I
tier.
wonder.
Oh dear. Well, let's see. So it's obviously it's a classic Disney toon,
Well, yeah, just a bit.
Yeah.
but it gets so many things right. It is funny. It is clever.
Basically, Jim Cummings does every single voice in a cartoon.
I
other
love the
than
voices.
Coulson.
They're
Yeah.
really good. And
That's
there's
amazing.
there's quite a lot of episodes to pick from as well. So
Yeah.
you're kind of not going to be spoiled for choice on
No.
this.
There's some lovely characters in that. I love it to pieces.
And the
Yeah.
comedic writing is just
Uh-huh.
on point.
Classic tune.
Yeah.
Now,
Classic.
I mean, if it could come back and have its own series again, that'd be great.
Well, we know it's coming back in
It's coming back in
the new
DuckTales,
one,
but,
it's
you know.
not. I don't think it's getting its own series unless they spin it off.
But I like
Right.
how they integrated it into the Ducktales,
So-
that
they're
was very
absorbing stuff in to
Yeah.
minimize the amount of money they're pouring
So
into it.
we've got an S tier. We could put it on the S
I
tier now.
think S.
I think it'd be hard to say there's anything better. So BoJack Horseman is definitely not as good as Darkwing.
It's a good
Oh, no,
Batman parody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know,
No,
it's
Darkwing Duck.
supposedly adult comedy versus child comedy, but I'll be honest with you, Darkwing gets quite
And
adult
of
well,
course-
so-
very well.
And of course, for you, those who might not have seen it, the whole thing I believe is on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
all on Disney Plus.
go check it out. Right, what have I got here
I
now?
just hope they run it through the HD soon.
Dino Saucers.
Oh, now there's a fun one.
Now that
for
is
you.
we're quite a flip here. We've gone from Darkwing Duck to Dino Saucers. Is that Hannah Barbera? Am I right?
No,
No?
I think it's D.
D?
Actually. I think
Yeah,
it's
might
Deke
be.
Entertainment.
I'm going to be brutally honest with you here. Not a fan.
I can't remember what it looks like.
I've watched half the series because I kind of like the designs for it, but I won't lie to you, the storyline.
The dinosaur designs are okay. The
depressing.
animation I don't mind. It just feels cringy. It's kind of like, oh.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's no Denver the Last Dinosaur or anything.
Oh no, Denver. If Denver was on here.
Oh,
dear.
Denver goes down.
Well, I don't know
That
actually.
is
Denver
like
might be on
90s
here.
and like a short 20 minutes.
Yeah.
He's so
segment there.
90s, it hurts.
Oh no, I could see that being a C or maybe a D dinosaur system.
I'd say
It's
I-
quite. It's only got one series, isn't it? So.
Yes,
Can we take that into account?
I think so. Yes. Yeah, no, you have.
Again,
yeah.
I'm drawing a blank of
There
what
are-
this is, but I'm pretty sure if I see it and actually know what it like was, I'm
I'm-
like, oh, okay.
I know there are fans of it in the fandom, mainly dinos.
Yeah.
But no. Sorry.
No?
No.
Okay, I'll move it down to D. Let's keep it in D for now.
Okay.
It's not the worst. Now I can see.
Yeah.
I can see one that's definitely going to rank high here.
Go on.
The Raccoons.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, I didn't choose this list. This wasn't
Yeah,
my
I'm
doing
sure
of a
you didn't.
list.
There's a few things
Yeah.
that need to be discussed.
Right, well, firstly, let's talk about the good things about raccoons.
Okay,
One,
before we hit the
It's
bad.
raccoons.
Raccoon.
two.
Okay.
Yeah, number 2. Yeah?
Yeah.
Raccoons.
Oh,
Right.
Number 3, the animation actually does look quite good, other than Bert's
the
bent
animation
nose.
holds up. There are some times where it dips. I will say though,
I hate Bert.
the morals.
Yeah, well, so we're going to get to them in a minute.
I
Oh.
don't like Bert.
No, but
No.
you know what is the best
No,
bit
you're
about
right.
this and why I think there should be S tier?
Why?
The
Oh,
theme
flippin'
song.
theme tune.
Oh,
Oh, you know how good it is.
Oh, no, don't know. You're playing it on during edit. Yeah, of course you are.
Yes.
Yeah, surprise.
Oh, dear me. Right,
No.
I'm sorry, that goes an S now.
No,
no,
God's
no,
sake.
no. I don't think that's
No.
an S. I will stress to maybe an A to B.
I can agree with you, right? The morals do get a little
The morals are
simpler.
atrocious.
And I think my main problem is the fact that Cyril Sneer becomes less evil through the entire series.
Yeah, he basically goes along the lines of like Robotnik from some of the Sonic things. And
I think what we need to do is I'm going to put him in A, right? Because I think he's good. Are the Raccoons better than Bojack Horseman?
No, I think.
I mean,
think
it
because
depends.
I think because of the good writing
It-
in BoJack
yeah.
Horseman, I think that outweighs it slightly.
I mean, it does depend on when you grew up with. I mean, I grew up with the Raccoons. I watched the Raccoons when it
Yeah.
first came out. I still have a massively soft spot for the Raccoons.
I think Bojack Horseman isn't as good as the Raccoons.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is the animation holds up pretty damn well. But I think it depends when you grew up with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up with it. I watched it on, I think it was like BBC actually.
Like, that theme song alone puts it in A for me.
I mean,
I mean, that's-
I can't remember what the intro theme song for BoJack Horseman is, but I don't think it's,
It's
as
catchy.
memorable as.
It's not as memorable.
Run
I
With
just
Us.
think
But
the
then you can
Raccoons
set up
is...
with all 80s cartoons.
That's
Yeah,
true.
but I'm just going to move BoJack Horseman down to a B now because I don't think it's as memorable as the Raccoons and
Okay.
iconic as the Raccoons.
Okay, I see what's going on here. Okay.
Well,
okay.
anyway, I'm going to keep going because...
You knew this was going to be a biased list if you knew it was going to be the Raccoons. In it.
Well, I think we'll just
You
move
did
on
this
to the
on
next
purpose,
one.
Truck.
Right, anyway, right, so... Right, next up, Donkey Kong Country.
Ah, no, that's something
I've
I
heard
do
of
know.
this, but I have
Oh.
not touched it.
This is trash.
I don't like Donkey Kong. I
Yeah.
don't even like
Oh,
Donkey
is that
Kong
corporate
game.
monkey with a tie?
That doesn't matter. You haven't seen the
Well,
cartoon.
you see, here's the thing, right? When I was younger and I used to go around my friends, we used to play Mario Party. And they always seemed to end up being Donkey Kong. I don't know why, I thought maybe he was cool because he had a tie. And you know what, I always lost, so I just always usually losing with Donkey Kong. And I don't know, I just don't like Donkey Kong.
But there's another layer here. It doesn't matter whether you like Donkey Kong or not. The cartoon is absolute trash.
Some people like
is it
it.
CG?
No.
Oh no! I'm
Oh,
thinking
there
of-
is a CG one.
That's
Yeah.
what I was saying. Okay, no, I'm not sure if I've seen this
Yeah,
one. then.
there's a CG one. That's
Oh,
even
okay, I
worse.
was thinking the CG one, which is like, ooh.
No, the CG.
Nightmare
Well,
Fuel.
Well,
okay.
is it the CG one or not?
I
Can you
don't
tell
know.
from the icon?
I just had a list with Donkey Kong Country.
Oh, okay. Well, it might be the CG
When I
one.
googled
then.
it, it was a CG one.
In which case, if it's a CG one, it's Nightmare Fuel.
I was assuming it was a CG one. Nightmare Fuel F.
F.
Yeah, okay.
Again, I haven't seen
F.
like much of.
Let's go
what
with
the
F.
content is,
Even our
but
camera
I'll-
whip says
I'll
F.
say look
F.
wise, yeah.
Yeah, okay, let's stick with an F on that one.
F.
Okay, right. Next, we have got Ducktales, the new series, not the original one.
Ah.
He was very specific on
To
that.
be honest with you, it wouldn't make any difference if it's the
Nah,
old one or the new one. It
old.
goes straight up to the top anyway.
I love the new series, and I love
the new
the
series.
additional characters.
I love what they've done with the free cousins. They've fleshed them out. They've given them their own
Yeah,
personalities.
they've got so much more backstory now.
Even the female one, I can't remember her name off the top
Well,
of my
she was
head.
a great addition.
She's basically your a much
I was
more
a
modern
little
take on
worried
things.
in the first episode or two that she was going to annoy me.
Yeah, and I think that's
But
the point. I think
no.
you're meant to believe that.
Really well balanced. Love the maid slash nanny.
David Tennant as Scrooge was
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Keeping
I wasn't
that
sure that was
Scottish
going to work
accent
on
is very
paper.
good, yeah.
So-
I know he's actually Scottish.
I'm
but
guessing
helps.
S tier?
S, definitely S.
S?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
okay
Oh
with
god,
that.
they
S
even
is a
managed to
good one.
work in a overarching storyline for Hal's
Yeah,
sake. I mean,
yeah. It's a really lovely retro throwback that's been remade. Next on the list, and I'm not going to lie to you, it's got bears in it. Yay, bears!
there we go.
But yes, it's Kissy Fur.
Your one per list.
Kissy Fur.
Now, this is, I know we have a differing opinion.
I
on
know
this
at
one.
least one person watching this loves Kissy Fur.
I like Kissifur.
I'm sure many of you do. It's a product of, for me, it feels like it's a product of the time. It's really, really adorable. I love it. It's not something I'd probably sit down and watch a lot of now, but I will say I can understand of why people love it. The characters are great, and it's a really lovely cartoon.
And speaking about intro themes, that's got a really lovely. I can hear
It's
the
a
whole
right
song.
earworm, that intro
It
theme.
is. But now the animation was done by a Japanese company. I think.
Yes, it was.
I think
wasn't
it was.
It was Toei.
It might have been Toei. I loved the Gators. They were really funny.
Yeah. No, the characters
I
are
like
really
it.
nice. It's a lovely, fun cartoon.
But again, I grew up with it, so again, it's one of those things like that and Care
So I'm going
Bears.
to say between B and A.
I feel like it's a B.
I personally say B. Yeah.
Yeah, I think a B is a
B,
safe
yeah,
bet.
okay.
It's a really good cartoon. It's not personally something I love
There's
myself.
like with
but
the Raccoons,
I-
there's a lot of morals.
Yeah, I can just understand why you might
boy.
love Kissy Fur.
Morals.
Morals.
It's an adorable cartoon, and if you are a Kissy Fur fan, I get why.
Yeah.
Plus bears.
Plus Bears.
Oh dear, right, okay, so we have got, and I've got the choice of where to pick these now.
Okay.
I think we'll start with Tailspin. Yet another classic Disney's cartoon, and it is just fantastic. It's from that bit where they were really just nailing it with the cartoons, I think, around that era.
And they just took an IP that was like, and they just turned it into something a weird aesthetic, but kind of really worked.
They
because
kind of-
they took Jungle Book characters and then just
And put it into a 1940s
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
It's funny.
serialization.
It's a show that I grew up with and then completely forgot about until I became a furry. And then I was like, oh
I
yeah,
didn't.
Tailspin. And you know what? I'm really glad to have recovered it. And it's all on Disney Plus again, so
Again,
it's very
Disney Plus.
accessible. There's loads of episodes.
Run it for the HD, please.
And
Just
it
get
looks
them out of
it looks
storage.
beautiful still. It's really held out well.
And of course, Duncan Ab.
You know, whether you're a bear fan or not a bear fan, I think there's a lot to love here. So, are we going to say yes again?
S.
Oh yeah.
I think there's a lot of
yeah.
I think there's a lot of Disney fans that would just kill me if I didn't put this in S.
Yeah.
You know,
Is there
So-
a double S?
No, we should probably make one new tier now, a god tier.
Triple
But you
S.
see, with the
God tier.
movies, with the movie tier, we just had Zootopia and
how it
obviously
happened.
Robin Hood at the top, and it was, it's very hard to match those cartoons. There's a lot more good than bad, I think. At least initially.
Oh, I
mean,
don't know.
I'm sure there's some bad.
I could give you some bad ones.
Well, I could give you a
The
bad
80s
one
had
next.
some shite.
Oh no.
Tom and Jerry Kids.
Okay.
Oh.
Where do I start?
I was about
do.
to say Tom and Jerry. That's not bad kids. Oh.
I absolutely loved Tom and Jerry growing up. Tom and
Oh,
Jerry
me
was
too.
one of those cartoons that I was just put on and fucking loved.
Yeah.
Tom and Jerry Kids would have my fist going through
That
the
goes in the
TV.
recycle bin.
It's garbage. I don't like
It's
it.
horrendous.
I mean, I was surprised the reviews were great online when I googled it, but there are people who are fans of it, and I can understand why you might be a fan of it. But it's just no.
I mean,
no.
if you put it this way, around that time you had lots of things trying to do kid versions of popular
Yes,
animation.
you had the Flintstones
And
Kids.
you had Tiny Toons,
Right.
that worked really well. Flintstones Kids, yeah,
That didn't
was
work.
that was atrocious. And then you had Tom and Jerry Kids, that was atrocious. Muppet Babies, for some bizarre reason, did really well. for
Muppet Babies
80s
isn't that
and 90s,
bad.
but it can't be shown anymore. But it failed so many more times
Yeah.
than it passed.
But you know what? I must say, Tom and Jerry Kids, all right, it's bad, it's awful, and I'm going to rank it. I think we're going to rate it suitably. But I don't know if it's as bad as the Tom and Jerry movie.
The Tom and Jerry movies.
Those voices in
Let's
that were
make them-
horrendous.
Let's make them friends.
So I think it's worth saying that
Aw.
Tom and Jerry Kids is
there
bad.
you go.
Yeah, but Tom and Jerry Kids could be so much worse.
Nice baby. Bye bye.
The thing is,
It was the singing that did it for me on that one.
I think because that availability at the time when I was growing up, what they were showing Tom and Jerry Kids. I didn't see much of the old ones.
No.
So I've been like exposed to the Tom and Jerry Kids, and I just have to get used to it. But
I can be very
I still
negative.
don't favour it.
It just
much
reminds me of that
compared
itchy
to
and
the old
scratchy
one.
Okay,
episode.
so are we in agreement? Where do we want to rank this? Do we want to put it in F with
I was
Donkey
gonna
Kong?
say C or F.
I would say C.
Oh, sorry, I can't spell.
I think, right,
I spell alphabet.
I think, in honest fairness, I'm going to move Dino Saucers up to C.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because in comparison, I'm going to move Donkey Kong up to D,
Ugh.
That makes sense. With the
and I'm gonna
that's
put Tom and Jerry Kids in F.
Okay, F.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
can't
okay
stand
with
Tom
that?
and Jerry Kids.
I think that out of the list so far, I mean, we're ranking on our own personal opinions and how you would watch them. And if I was to approach this list, I would definitely not want to watch Tom and Jerry
No.
Kids.
No.
It's not. It's not
No.
very good.
Or the movie.
Okay,
Yeah.
next one up. Now this is a
Peter
show I
Rabbit?
love. No, not Peter Rabbit. Have you seen the Peter Rabbit animation? It's terrible.
Which one? There's about 7 of them.
The one that's
One of
currently
which is
airing
quite good.
is aimed at like 4-year-olds.
No, not that one.
Right, we've got We Bear Bears.
Oh, no.
okay.
Oh, yeah.
Your
I
favourite,
like that.
your favourite stackable bears with
Yes,
the intro that will, that intro song. Let's face it, the intro will get stuck in your
PG.
head.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've now
I'll
got the
be
intro.
there.
I've got the intro stuck in your head now.
Yep.
There you go, just by mentioning it. And I love it. My own criticism of the show, okay, and I will have a criticism for it. It's too short.
I was about
I
to
want
say, is it
double
the
length episodes.
The idea is I think it's originally a comic book.
Yeah, it's a
And
bite-sized
it was the
program.
idea
Okay.
it was originally a comic book, and I think that the idea is to make the shows like
Yeah.
mini stories, just like the comic book. If you made it too long, I would be happy for a larger series, though, a longer series, or even a movie, if there isn't one already, and I don't know
I
about
have
it.
a feeling there probably is one.
I love that we can relate this program to just our friends. You've got Truck as the polar bear.
Yeah.
You've got Freddy as the panda.
Yeah.
And then you've got Horror as the.
As the
so
brown bear.
But the stories are really lovely. There's a lot of jokes in it. It's got adult jokes and kid jokes, so
It's
it kind
very-
of suits everyone.
It's a lot
And
more
it's just
adult than it looks.
wholesomely good as well.
Yes.
It's got a nice,
It's-
charming, happy vibe
And again,
to
because
it.
it is only 15 minutes, you can put an episode on when you just need a quick.
And I love Ice
15
Bear.
minutes.
He's still my
Everyone
favorite.
likes
Ice Bear is fantastic.
Ice Bear is happy.
So I think on the board of ranking, is this going to go S?
Yes,
It's
S
gonna
for
be
me.
S.
I won't lie,
personally.
I do feel like we're being too nice with everything here, but they are really that good.
They are good show. Yeah,
Oh,
they're
you
You
good
blame
shows.
Truck for sending us too many good things.
Yeah.
Next time, just send us terrible
Shows
things.
crap.
Well, the last one, Truck didn't send, but I felt like I just had to put in here.
I'll go on then.
Because
Has it
I
got
just
raccoons
wanted
in it by any chance?
No, it's worse.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Yogi.
Oh my goodness.
Now,
there is.
I covered this in Furry Cartoons Suck. I spoke basically a lot about this program. It lost a lot of money. They had a horrible commercial tie-in
Good.
with Kellogg's where they tried to make it 3D.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And it sounds like a really nice park in Tokyo, Yogi, but isn't, and is awful. It's not pleasant. It's not fun.
And even the creator of Yogi Bear? said
Yes,
it was
Yogi-
terrible?
Yogi
Yeah, that
Yogi
was
Bear
it.
He
creator
hated it.
Yeah.
I mean,
It
that
was
says a
step,
lot.
A
Yeah.
step too far, and definitely not what he was.
So
hoping
it's
for.
that uncomfortable, radical 90s awfulness.
Yo,
It's
yo,
And
yo.
it's kid versions of them, isn't it?
No, they're teenage versions.
Oh,
They're
It's
teenage.
worse.
Sorry, yeah.
They're
teenage
incredibly
version.
impetuous.
Yeah.
dear.
So many skateboards and like zigzags and.
It's cringy.
radicals.
Thankfully, its saving grace is there's only 6 episodes. Hannah Barbera
There's a reason for that.
won't talk about it anymore, and I think F. Anyone disagree with F?
No,
F is
fatality.
fine.
I'm just going to play a clip of the intro music quickly here, just so you can see how bad that is, and you'll understand immediately why it's F.
I have no
See?
ears.
Yeah, there we go. Right, F. So, that's our last one. And yeah, I think it's a fair list. We've got a lot of Disney list here. We've got Ducktales, Darkwing Duck,
That's a
Tailspin,
surprise.
and of course We Bear Bears, which isn't Disney, but
No, it's very
It's
good.
still got
We've got the Raccoons in A. I think that's fair. Yes, it is. I almost feel like Bojack Horseman should
Hannah
actually
is
go back up
best.
to A. I'm going to move Bojack Horseman up to A.
Again, I'm just going
Okay.
by. I haven't seen it. But
Because
I'm
for a
going
lot of
by
people-
how relevant it is to people and
Yeah.
how
I think recently it's
well
much more
written
relevant.
and stuff it is.
Plus, it pushed the furry cartoon onto a lot of adults.
Oh, yeah,
So,
yeah.
You know, that's a furry choice.
We're good at that.
B with Kissy Fur, and I think that's a very fair
Yeah, no,
argument.
that's absolutely fine.
Middle of the road, we've got Dinosaurs. Yeah, I mean, I don't like it.
I'm still willing to put Dinosaurs lower myself because I think it's a terrible
There's
film.
things to like about it. Do you want to put it lower?
I want to put it
Should we
lower.
move it to D?
I don't like it.
Okay.
D for dinosaur.
Oh, no, that's
Yeah, there you
it.
go.
No,
Oh,
it's fair. It's not that bad. D, I think, is reasonable. We've got nothing in C now. That's
Dino
fine.
Riders, on the other hand.
Ah.
Now we're talking. Dino Riders.
Ah, dear. So D, we've got Donkey Kong and, of course, Dinosaurs. And F, we've got Tom and Jerry Kids and Yogi. No surprise.
Down
They're both ones where
you
they've kind of
go.
taken a concept
Yeah.
and ruined it.
Yeah, they've literally just youngered versions down in 90s area.
Yeah.
Or is it 2000 in Tom and Jerry?
No.
Who cares?
90s.
It was 90s. Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, there we go. You know, that
Dum,
is
dum, dum.
how we rated these furry cartoons. How would you have rated them? Do you agree with us? Do you disagree with us? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please click that like button, share with a friend, or consider supporting us on Patreon. There's a link in the description below. I'm Shadow Raccoon.
And I feel a rabbit.
And I'm Camera Bird Regdeh.
Then who was filming this?
Ghost.
Is the camera on?
Thanks, Hayley. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please give us a subscribe. That would be fantastic. And we'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.
Bye.